Hello and welcome to this episode of Hospitality Talks. I'm Katy Moses, founder and MD of KAM Media, and today I am joined by Juliette Keyte from Red Engine. Juliette, would you like to explain to anybody watching who doesn't know who Red Engine are, who you are and what you do with them?
Of course. I'm the marketing director at Red Engine. We're the team behind Flight Club and Electric Shuffle. We've now got 10 sites across the UK, and we started with Flight Club Shoreditch in October 2015. And we've been growing fairly quickly over the past 2 years, obviously present year excluded. And we are passionate about redefining moments with friends. We take traditional games, reimagine them, inject some technology so more people can play them, make it more accessible, and house it all in what we think are some pretty beautiful venues.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been to several of them, including Electric Shuffle a couple of weeks ago for your launch. And it, you know, the whole idea when I think COVID first hit was that, you know, the sort of experiential leisure, competitive socializing, you know, that was going to go away. But it seems to me like it's come back even harder than before because people have sort of missed that interaction. But what I want to speak to you about today and what I'm fascinated to hear is you opened 3 different venues in 3 different places under 3 different levels of restrictions during COVID. Please
3 months.
talk us through how that happened and why you're not grey-haired already.
To answer the last question, that's makeup. So yeah, we came out of lockdown, obviously went through the past the year and a half challenges that everyone else experienced. And then from June onwards this year, we've opened 3 different sites. So that's Flight Club Leeds, Flight Club Bristol, and Electric Shuffle London Bridge. We used lockdown to really fine-tune everything we were working on a business, and some of these sites we already had in motion. So for example, Flight Club Leeds, we were actually due to open in May 2020. Obviously COVID had other plans, so that ball was very much already rolling. And the same for Electric Shuffle London Bridge. That site was actually meant to be the first site we launched for Electric Shuffle, but it actually took 3.5 years in the making. So whilst we've naturally obviously paused all the building works when lockdown happened and furlough and everything like that to secure the business, we knew we had these sites to open, and we believed there was an opportunity for when reopening finally happened to be able to bring joy to more people, to bring new experiences to new neighbourhoods, and hopefully offer people something different to do with their time. Especially coming out of lockdown, I think everyone's even more particular about what they do with their time. So it's really it was about making up for those missed moments, making sure that when people do go out, that they're having the best experience possible. And we were hopeful that we could offer something new and positive for everyone with that.
Yeah, well, you absolutely have from my experience. Now, Flight Club, I used to talk about back in 2015, 2016 as being, wow, look at this sort of new kid on the block. And now this sort of experiential leisure, this competitive socializing has kind of found its feet, I think, as a genre, as much as anything. What do you think the sort of near future is for that particular type of venue?
I think what's been really exciting to see is the number of different operators that have joined our part of the market. There's so many different things that you can go out and do now, but like the great and the good, whether it's throwing axes, golf, ping pong, I'm probably going to forget some examples, batting cages, all of it. And we welcome more people into the industry. I think it's brilliant to see. It's a great way for people to spend their time. As fun as it is to go to the pub and to have lots of drinks and everything like that, it's also good to do something with your time that's making more memories, and also where people are a bit more savvy and probably drinking a little bit less. Yes. They've also got something to do with that as well. So yeah, I think the opportunities are definitely out there, but for us, it's about making sure that you stay true to yourself, you stay true to what your customer actually wants, and you've got a thorough understanding of your audience and making sure that it's actually relevant to them and it's something that they want rather than just an idea that you think is quite good. Yeah. And also not resting on your laurels and making sure that your offering is the best it possibly can be, and kind of not cutting any corners. So we're really passionate about reinvesting not just in new sites but in existing sites as well, to make sure that, you know, whenever our customer joins their sheets time, hopefully we've got something new. We're always looking at ways to improve our bars, or we've got new games launching for both concepts this autumn because we think that we can offer something different. So it's making sure that you keep that momentum and always look forward. With that, but I think there's a lot there'll be a lot more coming to the industry, and I look forward to seeing what else anyone else can dream up with.
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and I do think that some of the maybe the experiential stuff that we had prior to you guys joining the market the focus was on what people were doing rather than everything around it. And then you guys come in and put these beautiful venues out there with great food and good drink selections. How important is the food and drink to your offering as a whole for Flight Club and Electric Shuffle?
Well, food and drink makes up for around 60% of our revenue, so it's very much at the core of our offering. And first and foremost, we are bars. That's what everyone knows. So you want to know that you're just going to a really good bar or pub to have a great time. And then, by the way, we've also got these concepts on the side that you can come and try. That's got this technology that's we've developed in house. It's super fun. You don't even know the technology is doing what it's doing. But no, food and drink's got to be front and center of everything we do. We add new assets to our menus twice a year. We're constantly looking at different things we can do, food and drinks trends, whether it's different slushies or whether it's different presentation of the cocktails or new flavors coming in. Everyone's very picky about where they're going at the moment, so you've got to make sure that your offering remains relevant and that you have got something different and you're not doing the exact same as everyone else.
Yeah, I suppose you're right as well, because they could come along, have a couple of drinks and play shuffle, and then off they go to the next place to have something to eat. Whereas if you've got that good offering, then you're getting them for both of those occasions, really, the sort of drinks and gaming, and then the eating afterwards.
Yeah.
Talk to me just briefly. You're opening somewhere in Dallas, is that correct?
We are, yes.
Electric International. Then how's that come about, and why, and what are the plans?
So Electric Shuffle Dallas is going to be wholly owned. So that's run by our team centrally. We've got a great guy, Gene, out there, who's the CEO of Electric Shuffle out there. I'm going to be launching in Deep Ellum in Dallas later this autumn, which is super exciting. It's a completely different city for us. It's an amazing neighbourhood, insane venue that's being built and improved on every single day. But we believe that we've got something different that we can offer to the US market. The US market isn't quite so established in terms of competitive socialising.
Okay.
So we've got a couple of flight club sites over there as a joint partnership with State of Play Hospitality, and they operate that for us. So they're currently in Boston and Chicago. And they've also got Putt Shack and Ace Bounce out there. But where we've got so many different operators in our part of the sector here in the UK, that's not quite there yet with the US. So we believe there's a real opportunity for growth and to bring something different to that market that they really haven't seen before.
Great. Okay. Well, that's incredibly exciting. Juliette, I think that leaving it in Dallas is what we're going to do today, because it was very interesting to hear how you managed to open up under all those different restrictions. It's interesting to see what you think the future looked like. And actually, for me, even more interesting to understand that the food and drink is front and center, and that the technology is just part of that, and an enhancement of an experience. Thank you so much for your time. I very much appreciate it, and I will be coming down to Electric Shuffle again next week, I believe. So I'll look you up then.